Friday, January 26, 2024. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to All Horse Racing All the Time. I'm your host, Al, with some horse racing picks for Gulfstream Park today. I've been through this card and I've looked it over after scratches. And for the 10 races, post time 12:10 p.m. today, I'm going to give it to you short and sweet, the contenders for all 10 races. And now this card, considering that Gulfstream does offer the 50-cent pick, 3 plays and $1 daily doubles, this this card tilts towards taking advantage of those rolling exotics where you can play for 50 cents. So I have some contenders in here for these races. It looks like a strong card for that. So let's get rolling. I'm going to give you the 10 races here in order. Going to basically give you the numbers of the horses and the ones that are the key horses that I like most in each of the races, so you can go right through these plays. Now they're good for exactas, etc. too, and you want to take a look at these horses or at least consider them. Of course, maybe you like your own horses better. You know, I'd never try and talk somebody off their horse, but you can always add a horse, right? And these are ones to look over because some of these are prices, and we have an opportunity to get some nice hits in here in these rolling pick threes per se for 50 cents. How can you go wrong? You could spread with the big boys, and I don't think you need to spread to the moon and back. I think the most I spread on any of these races is 4, so I'm not like talking about hitting the all button. So let's get started. We'll go through these races here, and I'll give you the picks, and then you could work off of those. And I'm giving it to you for all 10 races. Okay, now race 1 I like the least out of all of them. I think this one, there are better races down the card. If you're not passing, who would I use? I pretty much stick with the chalks here. The 7 does have some early speed. The 2 has showed some early speed on occasion. And but as for in the 6, it can close into it. I mean, it made some good runs here, been trying to break through. I'd say that either if you're going to use this race for multi-race plays, maybe you want to jump into the early pick 5. I'd use all 3 of these, 2, 6, and 7 for race 1. Okay. Again, this is not a race that I especially like, but if you insist, I'd use 2, 6, 7 in the multis. Now in race 2, we do have some prices in here. But as far as we have some with decent breedings and other factors that make them contenders in here. And I think this one is good for the multi-race plays. In race 2, I'd take some shots here. You know, consider win bets if you're getting a good price and you really like one of these. Otherwise, I'd use all 3 of these. For rolling exotics, race number 2, the schedule for the turf, I'd use 2, 3, and 7 for race 2. Race 2, 2, 3, and 7. Now I'm looking at race 3 for a second here. I just want to check this here. Believe the one that I like in the 3rd race, we got a bad scratch there. No. Yeah, I thought we were getting a bit of a price on the 2 horse, and this one scratches out. So at this point in race 3, I would use either 3 and 5 in multis. Again, taking advantage of the multi-race plays here, not so much the exactas in this field. In the race 3, I like number 3 and 5 to use in multi-race plays. In race number 4, we got some longer ones. We might get some prices in here. And I like this one mostly for the multis because of the prices and the race. It's a wide open race. So and these have a shot to break through in here. Some at prices. In race 4, considering the competitiveness of this race, take advantage of some prices. Multi-race plays, I'd use number 5, number 7, and number 8. Race 4 and multi-race plays, use number 5, number 7, and number 8. In race 5, we got a turf race. Now, the 5 horse is pointing to a good one here and looks prime, but I'm not going to go there alone. That's the one I really got an eye on. But I would box the 5. Either you want to box the 5 with these two, or in a pair of exacta boxes, or take it. You want to cover it up. Do the box with 5, 7, and 10. So number 5 is Peace Seeker, and number 5. But you add the 7 and the 10 and for use in multis. 5, 7, and 10. All right, race number 6. I think we have a weaker one here in the that's one of the favorites here. Who I like here is number 2, Queen Amaka. I like that one best, but I also think 5 and 6 have a bit of a shot here. You just take a look at this again for a second. I'd box these. I'd box these 2, 5, and 6. I go heavier with the number 2 on top, though. That's a tough one here, but 5 and 6 are not impossible either. Consider all 3 for the multis. Maybe you get one of the longer ones home. 2, 5, and 6, heavier with 2 on top for race number 6. Race number 7. I like the number 10. It looks like he's going. He's ready. He's going towards the right direction here, and I move into grass here, and you're getting a price number 10, spun for fun in race 7. And I just want to double check this. And this is one of the ones where I go 4 deep here. Even if you're playing the multi, sometimes you got to cover it up. I think you could box these 4 here. The 10, you're getting a price. 4-horse box in this race. 2, 7, 10, 11. 2, 7, 10, 11 in race 7 for the box. And also use all 4 in multi-race plays. You're getting some. There's some potential payouts here. It's even for the exacta box if you don't want to go try box. But consider for race number 7, a box of 2, 7, 10, 11. In race number 8, 7 is a bit of a price. The name of the horse is Seaver. Remember Tom Seaver, the great Tom Seaver of the Mets? Well, this one, it has raced on synthetic before, and the race that it had on synthetic fits this one at a price at number 7. So what I would do is box the 7 in here with a couple others and look for maybe a win or a nice payout in an exacta, and use all 3 in multi-race plays. Race number 8, keep an eye on number 7. Watch those prices on Seaver, and a box of 1, 2, 7 in race 8. Okay, in race number 9, now we go to the turf. And that Seaver horse, number 7, opens at 15-1, folks, in race 8. Now, in race 9, I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. I think that the 5 looks really strong, hot-blooded, got the connections, got Sayas up. If you can get over 2-1 on this for the win bet, jump on that. Otherwise, a pair of exactas with the 1 and the 9, exacta boxes of 5-1 and 5-9. Okay, or if you want to put the 5, I'd box 5 in a pair of exactas with the 1 and the 9, and I'd use all 3 of them in multi-race plays, because if you're going to box the 5 with the 1 and box the 5 with the 9, it means you think that the 1 and the 9 either have a chance on its good day to upset the 5, So you might as well use all three in multis. For multi-race plays in race 9, use 1, 5, and 9. And in race number 10, we're up to race 10, folks. 10th final race of the day here at Gulfstream Park on this Friday. And there are 3 scratches in this race. I just want to make sure my entries are all there. Okay, yeah. Okay, 1 second. Okay, in race number 10, the 7 has a race that could do some damage in here. Mighty McCong, race number 10. And that one opens at 10 to 1, gets Louis Saez up. And I mean, the last race out, it's a race that fits here. So 7, keep an eye on that. Maybe you want to do a 3-horse box, adding the other 2 chalky ones, 2 and 8, a 2, 7, 8 exact, or a box, maybe the try or exact box, depending on you. Or again, in this case, maybe you want to use all 3 in the multi-race plays here. I told you this was, and you can play them for 50 cents. And if you notice, only one time did I really spread it out with 4. So for you players out there, you may want to consider these horses for your multi-race plays. You could always add yours. I'm not trying to talk you off your horses, but for race 10, keep an eye on number 7, those odds. Maybe you want to bet it to win if you're getting a fair price. What you think is fair? What do I think is fair? Upwards of 7 to 1. I think do a good. You get a nice job. You get paid for your maybe across the board or for win. And just see what the prices are. So race 10, 2, 7, 8, either box those or for the exactor or try. And can use all 3 of them for the multi-race plays. 2, 7, 8, race 10. So there you have it. I want to wish everyone a great Friday. Big day tomorrow, Pegasus Cup Day at Gulfstream Park. So big race, $3 million race, right? But we got Friday here. So happy Friday again, everybody. If you're playing the races today, best of luck and bring it home. I'll talk with you soon. And remember, may the horse always be with you. Good luck today, everybody.